learning to think from the end rather than about the end. People say, well, you're so productive, you get so much done, you've written so many books, you've done so many CDs, you've done all these PBS shows, you've done movies, you've done... And you know what? I basically think I screw off a lot. I don't really think I do that much at all. I mean, you can't even imagine. I mean, I take time to exercise 3.5 to 4 hours every single day of my life. Every day. My kids will tell you. I swim in the ocean every day. I do yoga for 90 minutes almost every single day of the week. I walk at minimum an hour and a half every day of power walking on top of all of the other things. It's hard for me to imagine myself not doing, because my imagination is so strong and such a part of what it is that is my life, that how it manifests isn't nearly as significant as that I keep my imagination sharp and focused. And I want to read you a little bit of Neville. It's a book, Moving from Desire to Wishes Fulfilled, by Neville. The great secret is a controlled imagination and a well-sustained attention firmly and repeatedly focused on the object to be accomplished. It cannot be emphasized too much that by creating an ideal within your mental sphere, by assuming that you are already that ideal, you identify yourself with it and thereby transform yourself into its image. Thinking from the ideal instead of thinking of the ideal. Thinking from the ideal instead of thinking of the ideal. Every state is already there as mere possibilities, as long as we think of them, but as overpoweringly real when we think from them. This was called by the ancient teachers subjection to the will of God, or resting in the Lord. And the only true test of resting in the Lord is that all who do rest are inevitably transformed into the image of that in which they rest. You become according to your resigned will, and your resigned will is your concept of yourself and all that you consent to and accept as true. You, assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled and continuing therein, take upon yourself the results of that state. Not assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you are ever free of the results. The truth that sets you free is that you can experience in imagination what you desire to experience in reality, and by maintaining this experience in imagination, your desire will and must become an actuality. Again, the truth that sets you free is that you can experience in your imagination what you desire to experience in reality. And by maintaining this experience in imagination, your desire will become an actuality. Now, all I can say to you about that is that it really works. The first part of this is the power of your imagination. The second part of what I'm speaking about here is thinking from the end. The third concept, after thinking from the end, is these words. If you're taking notes, I want you to really have them underlined. These are the words that Neville has spoken that really resonated with me. He said, you must learn to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Whatever it is that you have in your imagination, this is the only tool that you have for bringing it into reality, for hardening it from a thought to perhaps first an image, and then a condition, and then an event, and then an object. That your imagination is the only place that you can make all of this happen. If it's the weight that you want to lose, if it's the addiction that you want to overcome, if it's the relationship you'd like to fix, whatever it is you'd like to create, he gives some very specific examples of how this can work. Assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled means that in your imagination, You have created what it is, what you have imagined for yourself. You think now from that end rather than about that end. And now you assume the feeling of that wish being fulfilled. And where do you experience feelings? In your body. That's what the body is. It's the reservoir of feelings. They show up in your flushing. They show up when you get embarrassed. They show up when you get joyful. They show up when you get sad. You know, you have physical manifestations of feelings. You assume the feeling of this wish being fulfilled. So what does it feel like within you to have this thing materialize? He makes a big case for creation itself, that you have really no control over the details. And you don't get to be a part of creation, he says, because creation is already complete. What you get to decide is what aspect of creation is going to manifest or materialize or show up into your life. That's what you get to do. You don't get to go out there and make mosquitoes or create flowers and all. All of that is being done by the great invisible Tao. What you get to decide is what extent of what is already being created and is part of creation that you are participating in, what share of it is going to manifest and be a part of your life. And you do this through the assumption of a feeling of a wish fulfilled, so that you imagine what it is that you would like to have or to be or to manifest, and you imagine this for yourself, and then what you do is you feel it in your body. And you ask yourself, what does it feel like?
Ladies and gentlemen, seekers of change and transformation, welcome. Today we embark on a journey to unlock one of the most powerful forces in the universe, miracles. Yes, miracles are real, and they exist not in some faraway place, but right here within you, ready to be activated. Today you will discover the Miracles Activation Code, a blueprint designed to change your life in the next 24 hours. Are you ready to step into your power and manifest the life you desire? What is a miracle? Some see it as an extraordinary event that defies logic or explanation, a divine intervention, a cosmic gift. But I invite you to see miracles differently today. Miracles are not rare occurrences. They are the natural outcome of aligning yourself with the energy of the universe, tuning into the frequency where everything is possible. The truth is, you are the source of miracles. Deep within each of us lies the ability to shift our reality, to mold and transform our lives through intention, belief, and action. Every thought you have, every word you speak, and every belief you hold shapes the world around you. You are the architect of your reality, and today I will show you how to harness this creative power in just 24 hours. Imagine this 24 hours from now, your life could be completely different. The concept of the 24-hour power window is built on the idea that change can happen in an instant when your mind, body, and spirit are aligned with a singular intention. Time is not a barrier, it is a tool. And when you tap into the power of a focused 24-hour window, you become unstoppable. In the next 24 hours, you can initiate miracles by focusing on the following steps. First, make a clear decision about what you want to manifest. Then commit to aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with that desire. The universe responds to clarity and conviction. As soon as you take that first step, you send a signal to the cosmos that you are ready for change. But here's the key: you must believe that it is possible. Not in some distant future, but right now. The 24-hour power window is your invitation to eliminate doubt and tap into the unlimited potential within you. Once you claim that window, miracles begin to unfold. Now I know what you're thinking, but I've tried before. I've set intentions and nothing changed. This is where fear, doubt, and self-imposed limitations come into play. You see, fear is a thief. It robs you of your ability to dream, to believe, and to create. Doubt is its partner in crime, whispering in your ear that you're not worthy or capable. But let me tell you something important: fear and doubt only have power when you give them attention. In the 24-hour miracle activation process, you must confront these shadows. Recognize that fear is simply false evidence appearing real. It has no place in your journey to manifest the life you want. Instead, replace fear with faith. Faith is the fuel that powers miracles. It is the unshakable knowing that what you seek is already yours. When doubt tries to creep in, remind yourself of this truth: the only limitations that exist are the ones you accept. The universe is abundant, and you are connected to this abundance. Overcoming fear and doubt is not about pretending they don't exist, but about acknowledging them and choosing to move forward anyway. Each step you take in faith dissolves the illusion of limitations. Let's get practical. How do you activate miracles? It begins with the mind. Positive thinking is the foundation of miracle manifestation. What you think, you create. If your mind is filled with negativity, fear, or lack, that is what you will see reflected in your life. But when you shift your thoughts to focus on what is possible, on abundance, joy, and love, the universe rearranges itself to match your new vibration. Visualization is a powerful tool in this process. Close your eyes and see yourself living the life you desire. Feel it as if it's already happening. Your mind doesn't know the difference between what is real and what is vividly imagined. When you visualize with emotion, you create an energetic blueprint that the universe follows. The clearer your vision, the faster the manifestation. Affirmations are another critical element. Words carry energy, and the words you speak shape your reality. Speak affirmations that align with the life you are creating. I am worthy of miracles. I am open to receiving all the good the universe has to offer. I am the creator of my reality. Say them with conviction and repeat them often. Each affirmation is a command to the universe, a declaration of your intention to manifest miracles. While conscious thoughts are powerful, the subconscious mind holds even greater influence. Subliminal messaging is a technique that allows you to reprogram limiting beliefs that lie deep within the subconscious. These are the beliefs you may not even be aware of, beliefs about worthiness, success, or abundance that block your ability to manifest. By using subliminal messages, affirmations, and positive statements played below the threshold of conscious hearing, you bypass the conscious mind and directly influence the subconscious. Over time, these messages reshape your belief system, aligning it with the energy of miracles and possibility. As your subconscious mind shifts, your outer reality begins to reflect the change. It's like planting seeds of possibility deep within the soil of your being, allowing them to grow and bloom in ways you never imagined. Manifestation is not magic, it's a process. It's about aligning your energy with the energy of the universe, knowing that what you desire is already on its way to you. The 24-hour window is just the beginning, a spark that ignites the flame of transformation. As you activate miracles through positive thinking, visualization, affirmation, and subliminal reprogramming, you begin to see shifts in your external reality. Opportunities appear, synchronicities align, and doors that were once closed open wide. Transformation happens from the inside out. It's not about waiting for the world to change, it's about changing your inner world and allowing the outer world to reflect that change. Every miracle you manifest is a testament to the power within you, the power to create, to shift, and to become who you were always meant to be. Miracles are not some far-off phenomenon that only a chosen few experience. They are not reserved for extraordinary circumstances or special people. Instead, they are an integral part of the human experience, woven into the fabric of our everyday lives. The truth is that miracles are within you. They reside in the core of your being, waiting to be activated, waiting for you to recognize the immense power you hold within. This is a profound realization, one that changes how you see the world and your role in it. Once you understand that miracles are within you, your entire perspective shifts. You no longer look outside for answers or solutions. You realize that the key to unlocking the miraculous lies in your ability to tap into your inner potential. When we think of miracles, we often imagine grand, supernatural events. Perhaps you envision a sudden healing, a financial windfall, or a moment when everything falls into place in an inexplicable way. While these types of miracles certainly happen, the essence of miracles is much more expansive and far-reaching than that. A miracle is simply a shift in perception, a moment when you align yourself with the divine energy of the universe and allow it to work through you. It is an awakening to the truth that you are not separate from the creative force of life but are intimately connected to it. This force is always available to you, and when you learn how to harness it, you become a co-creator of your reality. It is important to understand that you were born with the capacity for miracles. From the moment you took your first breath, you were infused with the creative energy of the universe. Your soul came into this world knowing its purpose and its potential. Over time, however, societal conditioning, fear, and doubt may have clouded this understanding. You may have been taught to believe that you are limited, that there are forces outside of you that control your destiny. But this is an illusion, a veil that obscures the truth. The reality is that you are limitless. You have the ability to create, to heal, to transform your life in ways that go beyond what your logical mind can comprehend. The first step to activating the miracles within you is to reconnect with your innate power. This requires a deep level of self-awareness, a willingness to look within and acknowledge the parts of yourself that you may have neglected or forgotten. It means recognizing that you are not defined by your past, your circumstances, or your perceived limitations. You are defined by the essence of your being, which is pure, infinite potential. The power to create miracles lies in this recognition. When you understand that you are a spiritual being having a human experience, rather than a human being seeking spiritual experiences, you unlock the door to the miraculous. One of the greatest barriers to experiencing miracles is the belief that you are powerless or that life happens to you rather than through you. This mindset creates a sense of victimhood, where you feel at the mercy of external forces. But the moment you reclaim your power, the moment you decide to take responsibility for your life, you begin to activate the miracles that are waiting to unfold. This is not about control or forcing things to happen. It is about aligning yourself with the natural flow of life and allowing the universe to work through you. When you let go of resistance and open yourself to possibility, miracles become inevitable. Another crucial aspect of activating miracles is belief. Your belief system plays a pivotal role in shaping your reality. What you believe to be true about yourself and the world determines the experiences you attract into your life. If you believe that miracles are rare or that you are unworthy of them, you will create a reality where miracles are scarce or non-existent. On the other hand, if you believe that miracles are natural, that they are a part of the fabric of your existence, you will begin to see them everywhere. Your beliefs are the foundation upon which your reality is built. When you shift your beliefs to align with the truth of your infinite potential, you create the conditions for miracles to manifest. It is important to recognize that miracles often come in unexpected forms. Sometimes we become so attached to a specific outcome that we fail to see the miracles that are happening all around us. For example, you may be praying for financial abundance, but the miracle may come in the form of an opportunity that requires you to step outside of your comfort zone. Or you may be asking for healing, but the miracle may arrive in the form of a deep emotional release that allows you to let go of past trauma. The key is to remain open and receptive to all the ways that miracles can manifest. Trust that the universe knows exactly what you need and that it is always working in your highest good. One of the most powerful tools for activating the miracles within you is gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance, from fear to love. When you cultivate a mindset of gratitude, you align yourself with the frequency of miracles. This is because gratitude acknowledges that everything you need is already present in your life, even if it has not yet fully manifested in physical form. When you are grateful for what you have, you send a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive more. Gratitude opens the floodgates for miracles to flow into your life because it creates a vibration of abundance and receptivity. Another essential aspect of activating miracles is intention. Your intentions are like seeds that you plant in the fertile soil of the universe. When you set a clear intention and align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with that intention, you create the conditions for miracles to sprout and grow. However, it is important to understand that intentions must be rooted in love, not fear. When your intentions come from a place of fear or lack, they create resistance and block the flow of miracles. But when your intentions are infused with love, faith, and a sense of purpose, they become powerful magnets for the miraculous. Visualization is another powerful technique for activating the miracles within you. When you visualize your desired outcome, you create a mental image that your subconscious mind accepts as real. Your mind cannot distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. So when you visualize with emotion and clarity, you begin to create a new reality. Visualization helps you align with the frequency of what you want to manifest, and it sends a clear message to the universe about what you are ready to receive. It is essential to trust in the process. Miracles often require divine timing, and they may not always happen on your preferred schedule. This is where faith comes in. Faith is the unwavering knowing that what you seek is already yours, even if it has not yet appeared in your physical reality. Trust that the universe is always working in your favor, and that everything is unfolding perfectly, even if it does not seem that way in the moment. When you trust in the process and let go of the need to control, you create space for miracles to flow effortlessly into your life. Now is your time. The Miracles activation code is in your hands, and the next 24 hours are yours to claim. What will you do with this power? Will you let doubt and fear hold you back, or will you step boldly into the life that is waiting for you? I invite you to take that first step today. Decide what you want to manifest. Set your intention with clarity. Visualize it. Speak it into existence. Use affirmations, and if you choose, reprogram your subconscious with subliminal messages. But above all, believe that it is possible. The universe is listening. It's ready to co-create with you, to bring your dreams to life, and to show you that miracles are not only possible, they are inevitable. The power is within you, right now. Let the next 24 hours be the beginning of your miraculous transformation. Your life can change in an instant. Will you seize the moment? Imagine if you had just 24 hours to change your life completely. What would you do? How would you act? What choices would you make? The idea of the 24-hour power window is about harnessing the energy of a single day to transform your reality. It's about recognizing that every moment holds the potential for a miracle, and that within 24 hours your entire world can shift in ways you never imagined. This is not merely about working harder or pushing yourself to the limit, but rather about aligning your intentions, thoughts, emotions, and actions in such a powerful way that the universe responds in kind. The 24-hour window is significant because it allows you to focus intensely. We often get lost in the vastness of time, thinking we have endless tomorrows to make the changes we desire. But when you focus on what can be done in a single day, something shifts in your mindset. You realize that you don't have to wait weeks, months, or years to see results. The changes you want to see in your life can begin today, right now. Time is one of the most valuable resources we have, yet it's often taken for granted. We fill our days with distractions, worries, and tasks that don't truly serve our highest good. But imagine if you approached a single 24-hour period with the absolute belief that this is the window in which miracles can occur. The energy you'd bring to that day would be different. You'd wake up with purpose, clarity, and an unwavering focus on creating the change you desire. This 24-hour power window is about intention. It's about consciously choosing to direct your thoughts and actions toward what you want to manifest. If you wake up in the morning with the intention that the next 24 hours will be transformative, you begin to operate from a place of alignment. This is where miracles start. The universe responds to clear, focused energy, and when you make the decision that today is the day for change, the universe meets you halfway. Your thoughts during this 24-hour window are crucial. Thoughts are the seeds of your reality, and during this time you must cultivate thoughts that are aligned with the life you want to create. It's easy to let fear, doubt, or negativity creep in, but the 24-hour power window requires you to stay vigilant. Each thought has the potential to either bring you closer to or further from your desired reality. So in this window of time, choose thoughts that are uplifting, empowering, and aligned with your highest vision. But thoughts alone are not enough. Your actions during this time matter just as much. The 24-hour window is not just about sitting back and waiting for things to happen. It's about taking inspired action. This doesn't mean hustling or overworking yourself, but rather listening to your intuition and taking the steps that feel right for you. When you act from a place of alignment, your actions are much more powerful. Even small steps, when taken with the right energy, can lead to big results. One of the most powerful aspects of the 24-hour power window is the potential to shift your mindset from one of limitation to one of possibility. Often we hold ourselves back with thoughts like, I'm not ready, I need more time, or it's too late. But when you commit to a 24-hour window of transformation, those excuses fall away. You realize that you have the power to change right now, not tomorrow, not next week, but in this very moment. This realization is liberating. It breaks the chains of procrastination and self-doubt, freeing you to step into your true potential. This window is also about trusting in the process, trusting in yourself, and trusting that the universe is working with you to bring about the changes you desire. Too often we second-guess ourselves or question whether we're on the right path. But during this 24-hour period, there's no time for doubt. Instead, you must fully commit to the belief that miracles are unfolding, even if you can't see them yet. Trust that every action you take, every thought you think, is moving you closer to the reality you want to create. Visualization plays a powerful role during the 24-hour power window. Spend time visualizing the outcome you desire as though it has already happened. See yourself living the life you want, feeling the emotions of having already achieved your goals. Visualization helps align your subconscious mind with your desires, making it easier for you to take inspired action and attract the opportunities and resources you need. Affirmations are another powerful tool to use during this time. Speak words of power and possibility over your life. Say things like, I am a magnet for miracles, I am capable of creating the life I desire, or everything I need is already on its way to me. These affirmations help to reprogram your mind and reinforce the belief that you are in control of your reality. They create a vibrational match between you and the outcome you desire, making it easier for miracles to manifest in your life. The 24-hour window is also about letting go of fear. Fear is one of the greatest obstacles to change. It keeps us stuck in old patterns, afraid to take risks or try something new. But in this 24-hour window, there is no room for fear. You must be willing to step outside of your comfort zone, to face your fears head-on and move forward in spite of them. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to act anyway. And when you act in spite of your fears, the universe rewards you with opportunities and synchronicities that align with your desires. At the end of the 24-hour window, reflect on the changes that have taken place. Even if you haven't seen physical results yet, notice the shifts in your energy, your mindset, and your emotions. The changes may be subtle, but they are there. Each small shift brings you closer to the life you want to create. Celebrate these shifts, no matter how small they may seem. Gratitude for what has already begun to manifest opens the door for even greater miracles to unfold. Fear and doubt are two of the most powerful forces that can hold us back from living the life we desire. They act like invisible barriers, keeping us stuck in patterns of inaction, limiting beliefs, and playing small. But the truth is, fear and doubt are not meant to control us, they are meant to be overcome. To step into your fullest potential and activate the miracles waiting for you, you must learn to conquer these emotions. Fear, at its core, is a natural response to the unknown. It's the mind's way of trying to protect you from perceived danger, even if that danger is simply the discomfort of change. Doubt works alongside fear, whispering thoughts of uncertainty and convincing you that you're not capable, not worthy, or not ready. Together they form a potent combination that can keep you in a cycle of hesitation, preventing you from taking the actions necessary to create the life you desire. But what if you saw fear and doubt differently? What if you viewed them not as enemies, but as indicators that you are standing on the edge of something great? When you feel fear, it often means you are about to step into new territory, to expand beyond your current limits. Rather than seeing it as something to avoid, view fear as a sign that you are growing. Growth, by its very nature, requires us to stretch beyond what is comfortable, and fear is a natural part of that process. Overcoming fear doesn't mean eliminating it completely. In fact, it's unrealistic to expect that you will never feel fear again. Instead, the key is learning to move forward in spite of it. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to act in spite of it. Every time you take a step toward your goal, even if fear is present, you are building strength and resilience. The more you practice this, the more you will find that fear begins to lose its grip on you. Doubt, too, is something that can be overcome with the right mindset. Doubt often stems from a lack of belief in oneself, but this belief is not set in stone. It can be changed. The first step to overcoming doubt is recognizing it for what it is, a thought. It's important to understand that just because you think something doesn't make it true. Doubt is simply a thought pattern, and like any pattern, it can be reprogrammed. One powerful way to overcome doubt is through the use of affirmations. Affirmations are positive, empowering statements that help rewire your brain to think in ways that support your goals. For example, if doubt tells you, "I'm not good enough," you can counter it with an affirmation like, "I am more than capable of achieving my dreams over time." These affirmations begin to replace the old limiting beliefs, and you start to see yourself in a new light. Visualization is another powerful tool for overcoming fear and doubt. When you visualize yourself succeeding, achieving your goals, and living the life you desire, you begin to shift your inner narrative. Your mind starts to believe that it's possible, and this belief fuels your actions. The more vividly you can imagine your success, the more real it becomes to you. And when success feels real, fear and doubt naturally begin to diminish. It's also important to surround yourself with positivity. The people you spend time with, the media you consume, and the environment you create for yourself all have an impact on your mindset. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, it's much harder to overcome fear and doubt. But when you surround yourself with people who believe in you, who uplift and inspire you, it becomes much easier to maintain a positive outlook. You begin to absorb their energy, and this strengthens your belief in yourself. One of the most powerful ways to overcome fear and doubt is through action. Often fear and doubt thrive in the space of inaction. The longer you wait, the more they grow. But when you take even the smallest step forward, you begin to build momentum. Action breaks the cycle of fear and doubt, replacing it with confidence and clarity. Each step you take, no matter how small, is a victory over these limiting emotions. In the process of overcoming fear and doubt, it's essential to practice self-compassion. Too often we are our own harshest critics, berating ourselves for feeling afraid or uncertain. But this only serves to strengthen fear and doubt. Instead, treat yourself with kindness. Understand that fear is a normal part of the human experience, and that doubt is something everyone struggles with at times. The more compassion you can show yourself, the easier it becomes to move through these emotions. Another crucial element in overcoming fear and doubt is trust in yourself, trust in the process, and trust in the universe. Fear and doubt often arise when we feel uncertain about the future. But when you cultivate a sense of trust, you begin to let go of the need for certainty. You begin to believe that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, even if you can't see the whole picture yet. Trust allows you to release the need for control and step into the flow of life. It's also important to remember that fear and doubt often come right before a breakthrough. Just when you're about to make a significant shift, these emotions can intensify, trying to pull you back into your comfort zone. But this is precisely the moment when you must push forward. The greatest growth often happens right on the other side of fear. When you learn to embrace the discomfort of fear and doubt, rather than resist it, you open the door to incredible transformation. Overcoming fear and doubt is about reclaiming your power. These emotions don't define you, they are simply experiences that arise as part of the journey. You have the power to choose how you respond to them. You can choose to let fear and doubt control you, or you can choose to rise above them. The more you choose to rise, the more you step into your true potential. As you continue on your journey, remember that fear and doubt are temporary. They may feel overwhelming in the moment, but they are not permanent states of being. You are far more powerful than these emotions. When you align with your inner strength, trust in yourself, and take inspired action, fear and doubt begin to fade away, making room for the miracles you are ready to manifest in your life. Positive thinking is a powerful force that can transform your entire life. It's not just about being optimistic or putting a smile on your face when things get tough. It's about fundamentally shifting the way you perceive and interact with the world. When you adopt a mindset rooted in positivity, you open yourself up to a realm of possibilities that you may never have considered before. Life, with all its challenges and uncertainties, begins to feel more manageable, more filled with potential, and most importantly, more under your control. At its core, positive thinking is about perspective. It's about choosing to see the good in every situation, no matter how difficult it may be. While some people may view obstacles as insurmountable, those who practice positive thinking see them as opportunities for growth, learning, and self-improvement. They understand that every setback holds within it the seed of a breakthrough, and every failure brings them one step closer to success. This shift in perspective doesn't happen overnight, but it's a muscle you can develop over time. Like any habit, the more you practice positive thinking, the more natural it becomes. It starts with awareness, becoming conscious of the thoughts that run through your mind daily. Are they empowering or disempowering? Do they build you up or tear you down? When you become aware of your thoughts, you can start to choose which ones to focus on. And the more you focus on positive thoughts, the more you begin to see the world through a lens of possibility rather than limitation. One of the most profound aspects of positive thinking is its ability to influence not just your mental state, but also your physical reality. Our thoughts are incredibly powerful. They shape our beliefs, our actions, and ultimately our outcomes. When you consistently think positively, you send out a message to the universe that you are ready to receive good things. This is the essence of the law of attraction, like attracts like. When you think positively, you attract positive experiences, people, and opportunities into your life. It's important to understand that positive thinking doesn't mean ignoring the challenges or difficulties that come your way. Life is full of ups and downs, and pretending that everything is perfect when it's not isn't the goal. Rather, positive thinking is about how you choose to respond to life's challenges. It's about maintaining hope and resilience in the face of adversity, knowing that no matter what happens, you have the power to turn things around. When you face a setback, for example, positive thinking allows you to see it as temporary rather than permanent. Instead of believing that failure defines you, you understand that it's simply part of the process of growth. You learn from your mistakes, adapt, and move forward with greater wisdom and strength. This mindset enables you to bounce back faster from difficulties, as you're not bogged down by negativity or self-doubt. Instead, you're empowered by the belief that every challenge is an opportunity for improvement. Positive thinking also has a profound impact on your relationships. When you approach others with kindness, optimism, and understanding, you create a positive energy that people are naturally drawn to. Relationships flourish in environments of positivity, and conflicts are more easily resolved when approached with an open, hopeful mindset. Rather than getting caught up in blame or resentment, positive thinkers focus on solutions and finding common ground. This fosters deeper connections, more harmonious interactions, and a greater sense of mutual support. The benefits of positive thinking extend to your health. Numerous studies have shown that people who think positively tend to experience lower levels of stress, anxiety, and depression. This is because positive thinking helps to reframe stressful situations, making them seem less overwhelming and more manageable. When you believe that you can handle whatever life throws at you, your body responds accordingly. Stress levels decrease, and your overall well-being improves. Positive thinkers also tend to have better immune systems and recover more quickly from illnesses because their mental state supports physical healing. But how do you cultivate positive thinking, especially if you're used to focusing on the negative? The first step is to become mindful of your thoughts. Pay attention to your inner dialogue throughout the day. When you catch yourself thinking something negative, ask yourself if that thought is serving you. Is it helping you achieve your goals, or is it holding you back? Once you become aware of these patterns, you can start to replace negative thoughts with more positive, empowering ones. Affirmations are an excellent tool for this. By repeating positive statements about yourself and your life, you begin to rewire your brain to focus on the good. For example, instead of thinking, "I'll never succeed," you can affirm, "I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to." Over time, these affirmations become ingrained in your subconscious, and you start to believe them on a deeper level. This shift in belief then influences your actions, leading to more positive outcomes. Visualization is another powerful technique for cultivating positive thinking. By vividly imagining the life you want to create, you align your thoughts and emotions with your desires. When you consistently visualize success, happiness, and abundance, you train your mind to expect these outcomes. This not only boosts your confidence but also helps you stay focused on your goals, even when challenges arise. The more you practice visualization, the more your mind and body begin to believe that what you desire is possible. And this belief propels you toward manifesting it. It's also important to surround yourself with positivity. The people you spend time with, the content you consume, and the environment you create all have an impact on your mindset. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, it's much harder to maintain a positive outlook. But when you fill your life with positivity, whether through supportive relationships, uplifting books, or inspiring music, you reinforce the belief that good things are possible. This creates a feedback loop of positivity that strengthens your ability to think positively over time. One of the most important lessons of positive thinking is that you are always in control of your perspective. No matter what happens in your life, you have the power to choose how you respond. You can choose to see obstacles as opportunities, failures as stepping stones, and challenges as chances to grow. This shift in mindset is liberating because it puts the power back in your hands. You are no longer a victim of circumstances, but the creator of your reality. In essence, positive thinking is about recognizing your own power. It's about understanding that your thoughts create your reality and that you have the ability to shape your life through the energy you project. When you choose to think positively, you align yourself with the frequency of success, abundance, and happiness. This alignment then attracts those very things into your life. So as you move forward, remember that the power of positive thinking is always available to you. It's not something that depends on external circumstances or luck. It's a choice you can make every day, in every moment. When you choose to think positively, you are choosing to step into a life of greater possibility, fulfillment, and joy. And in doing so, you are activating the miracles that are waiting to unfold in your life. Visualization and affirmation are two incredibly powerful tools that can transform your life by aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your desires. Together, they create a dynamic process that taps into the subconscious mind, guiding it toward manifesting what you truly want. These techniques go beyond mere wishful thinking or positive vibes. They form a blueprint for your reality, allowing you to consciously shape your life's direction. Visualization is the practice of creating vivid mental images of your desired outcomes. It's like crafting a movie in your mind, where you are the main character achieving your goals, living your dreams, and feeling the emotions associated with success and fulfillment. The key to effective visualization lies in the depth of the experience you create in your mind. It's not enough to simply see yourself succeeding. You need to feel the excitement, the confidence, and the joy that come with it. Your mind, especially your subconscious, responds to these mental images as if they were real. This is where the power of visualization becomes evident. Your brain doesn't fully distinguish between something vividly imagined and something that actually happened. By repeatedly visualizing your desired outcomes, you train your brain to expect those outcomes, reinforcing the belief that they are possible and, in fact, inevitable. Over time, this expectation shifts your mindset, making you more receptive to opportunities and more resilient in the face of challenges. For instance, if you visualize yourself standing on a stage, confidently delivering a speech to an audience that's captivated by your words, your mind begins to accept this image as reality. The more you visualize this scenario, the more you prepare your mind and body for the actual experience. When the time comes, you're not filled with fear or doubt, because, in a sense, you've already lived that moment countless times in your mind. Visualization creates familiarity, and familiarity breeds confidence. Affirmations, on the other hand, are positive statements that reinforce your goals and desires. They are a way of speaking directly to your subconscious, reprogramming the limiting beliefs and negative thought patterns that may be holding you back. When you affirm something, you're not just making a statement, you're declaring it as a truth that already exists, even if you haven't yet experienced it in your external reality. Affirmations work best when they are clear, specific, and emotionally charged. For example, instead of saying, I want to be successful, you would say, I am successful in all that I do. This shifts the affirmation from a future wish to a present reality, and your mind begins to internalize it as truth. The more you repeat these affirmations, the more they become ingrained in your subconscious mind, influencing your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors in ways that align with your desired outcomes. When combined with visualization, affirmations become even more potent. As you visualize yourself achieving your goals, you can reinforce the imagery with affirmations that support what you are seeing. For example, if you are visualizing yourself in a thriving career, you might affirm, I am confident, capable, and highly successful in my work. By coupling these two techniques, you engage both your visual and verbal faculties, creating a powerful synergy that accelerates the manifestation process. One of the reasons visualization and affirmation are so effective is that they tap into the power of the subconscious mind, which is responsible for most of your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. While your conscious mind might be focused on the details of daily life, your subconscious is like a vast, untapped reservoir of potential. It operates in the background, shaping your reality based on the beliefs and patterns you feed it. Visualization and affirmation allow you to access this deeper level of consciousness, guiding it toward creating the life you want. It's important to note that visualization and affirmation require consistency and commitment. You can't just visualize your desired outcomes once and expect them to magically appear. These practices are most effective when they become part of your daily routine. Whether it's in the morning before you start your day, or at night before you go to bed, setting aside time to focus on your goals and repeat your affirmations helps reinforce the mental programming necessary for manifestation. The more you practice visualization and affirmation, the more you will realize that you have the power to shape your reality in ways that are beyond your current understanding. Your mind is a powerful tool, and when you learn to harness it through these techniques, you unlock limitless possibilities for growth, success, and fulfillment. So commit to these practices and watch as your life begins to transform before your eyes, guided by the power of your own mind and the boundless potential within you. Subliminal messaging is a powerful yet subtle technique that operates below the threshold of conscious awareness, influencing thoughts, behaviors, and perceptions in ways we often don't realize. The concept behind subliminal messaging is that certain ideas, images, or suggestions can bypass the conscious mind and directly affect the subconscious, which makes it a potent tool for personal transformation, especially when combined with visualization and affirmation practices. The subconscious mind governs much of our daily thoughts and actions, shaping our behaviors and habits based on deeply ingrained beliefs, many of which have been formed over years, even since childhood. Subliminal messaging seeks to reprogram these underlying patterns by feeding positive, empowering messages directly to the subconscious without the interference of the conscious mind's doubts or resistance. This is why subliminal messaging can have such a profound effect. It speaks to the part of us that truly governs our reality. One of the most intriguing aspects of subliminal messaging is its subtlety. Unlike traditional affirmations or positive thinking, where you consciously engage with the process, subliminal messages are delivered in ways that you might not even be aware of. They are often embedded in music sounds or images, playing quietly in the background of a song, or displayed so briefly in a visual that the conscious mind doesn't register them. Yet the subconscious mind picks them up, absorbing the message without the barriers of skepticism, fear, or disbelief. For example, imagine listening to a soothing piece of music while working or relaxing. Unbeknownst to you, there are affirmations hidden in the track, repeating phrases such as I am confident, I am worthy of success, or I attract abundance. Though you don't actively hear these statements, your subconscious mind does, just over time. These subliminal messages sink deep into your subconscious, influencing your thoughts and actions in a positive direction, just like planting seeds that slowly grow into powerful beliefs. The reason subliminal messaging is so effective lies in how the subconscious mind works. The subconscious doesn't analyze or question information the way the conscious mind does. It simply absorbs what it is exposed to repeatedly. If throughout your life you have absorbed negative messages such as I'm not good enough or success is out of reach, these beliefs become ingrained. even if they aren't true. Subliminal messaging bypasses the conscious resistance to change and begins to replace those limiting beliefs with positive ones, slowly shifting your internal narrative toward empowerment. Subliminal messaging can be incredibly useful for overcoming self-doubt, fear, and limiting beliefs because it doesn't require active effort or focus from the conscious mind. For those who struggle with self-confidence or are burdened by negative thinking, consciously engaging in affirmations might feel difficult or even false at first. The conscious mind may resist thinking, "This isn't true," or "I'll never really believe this." But with subliminal messaging, those affirmations are absorbed without the conscious mind having the chance to reject them, making the process smoother and more effective over time. This process can be compared to the way a seed grows in the soil. When you plant a seed, you don't see immediate results. It grows beneath the surface, nourished by the soil, water, and sunlight until one day it breaks through and becomes visible. Subliminal messages work in much the same way. They are the seeds planted in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind, and over time they grow into new thoughts, behaviors, and realities. Imagine that you always struggled with the belief that you're not worthy of success. Perhaps you've internalized messages from your upbringing, society, or past failures that reinforce this idea. Even if you consciously try to change this belief, it might feel like an uphill battle because your subconscious mind is still holding on to those old, limiting patterns. By introducing subliminal messages like "I'm deserving of all good things" or "success flows to me effortlessly," you're reprogramming your subconscious mind. But over time, these new beliefs take root, gradually replacing the old ones. You may start to notice subtle shifts in how you think and feel about yourself and your capabilities. Suddenly, opportunities that seemed out of reach begin to feel possible, and the way you interact with the world changes in alignment with this new belief system. Another powerful aspect of subliminal messaging is its ability to work in the background of your daily life. You don't have to dedicate hours to meditation or affirmations. Instead, subliminal messages can play while you go about your routine working, exercising, or even sleeping. This allows for consistent exposure to positive messages without requiring you to set aside specific time for conscious practice. It makes personal development feel effortless, as the messages continuously reinforce the new, empowering beliefs you want to adopt. Over time, the cumulative effect of subliminal messaging can be life-changing. As you continue to expose your subconscious to these positive messages, you begin to notice shifts, not just in your thoughts, but in your actions and circumstances. You may find yourself naturally drawn to behaviors that support your success, like taking on new challenges with confidence, speaking up in situations where you once would have remained silent, or pursuing opportunities that previously felt intimidating. The world around you begins to reflect the new beliefs that have taken root in your subconscious, transforming your external reality to match your internal shift. Subliminal messaging is also a valuable complement to practices like visualization and affirmation. While visualization helps you create a mental image of your desired outcome, and affirmations reinforce your beliefs in a conscious way, subliminal messaging adds an extra layer of subconscious reinforcement. This trifecta of techniques works together to create a powerful system for manifestation, accelerating the process of turning your dreams into reality. For those who are skeptical about their ability to change long-held beliefs or patterns of thinking, subliminal messaging can offer a gentle yet effective path forward. It works without forcing the conscious mind to engage in a process that might initially feel uncomfortable or unnatural. Instead, it plants the seeds of change below the surface, allowing transformation to happen organically from the inside out. Manifestation is the bridge between your inner thoughts and the external world, a process that begins with belief and intention and culminates in the tangible reality you experience. At its core, manifestation is the art of turning your thoughts, desires, and beliefs into real-life outcomes. It's a transformative process that shows how powerful the mind is in shaping your experiences, reminding us that we are active creators of our reality rather than passive bystanders. To understand manifestation, It's important to recognize that everything in the universe, including our thoughts and emotions, is made up of energy. Every thought you have, every belief you hold, and every emotion you feel carries its own unique energetic vibration. This energy is continuously sent out into the universe, like signals being transmitted. The universe in turn responds to these vibrations by reflecting them back in the form of experiences, circumstances, and people that match your frequency. In other words, the reality you experience is a mirror of the energy you emit. This is the essence of the famous law of attraction, which states that like attracts like. Situation begins in the mind, and it's powered by your beliefs and intentions. When you believe in something deeply and align your energy with that belief, you set the wheels of creation in motion. For example, if you believe in abundance and cultivate a mindset of prosperity, you will naturally begin to attract opportunities, resources, and circumstances that support your abundance. Conversely, if you constantly think about lack, fear, or limitation, those are the experiences you're more likely to manifest. Therefore, the key to transforming your reality through manifestation is to cultivate thoughts, emotions, and beliefs that align with the reality you wish to create. The mind is an incredibly powerful tool in the manifestation process. Visualization is one of the most potent techniques for manifesting because it allows you to create a mental picture of the life you want to live. When you visualize your desired reality, you're essentially rehearsing that reality in your mind, training your brain to recognize it as achievable. This mental rehearsal not only builds confidence but also sends out clear, focused energy to the universe, amplifying your ability to manifest that reality. For example, imagine you're seeking to manifest a successful career or financial abundance. By regularly visualizing yourself in that desired state, whether it's seeing yourself in your dream job, earning the income you desire, or living a life of freedom, you are priming your mind to expect success. Toward time, this practice reshapes your internal beliefs, allowing you to overcome any subconscious doubts or limitations. You start to see new opportunities and possibilities, aligning your actions with the outcome you're seeking. This focused energy shifts your external reality to mirror the images and beliefs you've been cultivating in your mind. However, manifestation is not just about positive thinking or daydreaming. While visualizing and believing in your desired outcome is essential, it must be paired with aligned action. Manifestation is a co-creative process between you and the universe. This means that you must take inspired action toward your goals, even if they seem small at first. It's through action that the universe meets you halfway, presenting opportunities, connections, or resources to help you achieve what you desire. For example, someone who wants to manifest improved health. They may start by visualizing themselves feeling strong, vibrant, and full of energy. They hold on to that image daily, aligning their thoughts and emotions with the feeling of wellness. But it doesn't stop there. They also begin taking small but meaningful actions, such as eating healthier, exercising, and meditating. These actions reinforce the intention of improved health. And soon enough, the body and mind begin to shift toward that reality. Manifestation, in this sense, is a dynamic and proactive process, where your thoughts guide your actions and your actions, in turn, bring your thoughts into reality. Another crucial element in the manifestation process is emotional alignment. Emotions are powerful indicators of what we are attracting into our lives. When you're in a state of joy, gratitude, love, or excitement, you're vibrating at a high frequency, which naturally attracts positive outcomes. On the other hand, when you're stuck in fear, doubt, or frustration, you're operating at a lower frequency, and you may find yourself manifesting obstacles or difficulties. Gratitude is particularly powerful when it comes to manifestation. When you feel grateful for what you have, even before your desires have fully manifested, you are telling the universe that you trust in the process and that you already believe in the abundance of life. This positive energy of gratitude acts like a magnet, drawing more things to be grateful for into your life. Practicing gratitude shifts your focus away from lack or limitation and toward abundance, allowing you to manifest more of what you want.